I'm only human. I get hurt too. I'm not great, powerful. I don't have a quirk. But I push myself beyond my limits every single day. Sure, I might die someday, but everyone will. I'm not a god. Why am I doing this? I could have chosen any other path, but I guess this is my life. As we pick up to Zuka Midoriya, he's in the woods doing some research about certain villains that started the group together. After all those 10 months of training, fighting villains, he sees that he's gotten pretty well. Even when the UA entrance exam was happening, he was still training and fighting villains, getting a lot of experience, more so than actual heroes that are lower tiers, even without a quirk. And since he does not have a quirk, villains, thugs, people like that underestimate him, thinking that he can't do anything. He's quirkless. Or so does not show his quirk as some see, thinking that he has a mental quirk, something like that. A quirk that does not help in battle, but he uses everything he come across. He uses the environment to his help. He fights dirty. He don't fight clean. So let's go to UA point of view. Class 1A is just now doing the mock trials after the Aizawa did the quirk assessment test. Everything will be perfectly to canon. Just Kendo's in the classroom, like I said before. No one would be expelled because as I sees that they do have potential and they did try their hardest. At this point in time, All Might would have gave Mirio one for all. He'd be trained how to use the quirk because Mirio does know how to use a quirk like his, which you already know what it is. I can't really remember what the name is. He can phase through stuff. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. I'm that dumb. Yeah, but he can phase through stuff like that. So even though he do have a quirk and he knows how it feels, it's a different kind of energy that he gets from All Might's quirk. So learning how to use All Might's quirk and using his quirk is completely different. He even had to learn how to use his quirk all over again. Well, to the level that he had now. Had to push himself to get to the same level he was. Because it set him back a little bit because his quirk became powerfuler, became stronger. So Mirio pushed himself learning how to use the quirk more. So now in the battle trials, 1A would be, doing the fights. Now everything would go perfectly normal or lines of canon with Kendo taking Deku's spot against Bakugo and Bakugo still rushing in and defeating Kendo and Uraka fast. But this time he does not pull the pin on this grenade gauntlet because it's not Deku. He don't see Deku as a threat. Well, he doesn't know where Deku at anyway. Or he don't see Kendo and Uraka as that kind of a threat. So after all the battle trials are over, all the students go home, after lunch and things like that. Now, the teachers are gathered up inside of a meeting room talking to Nezu. Nezu informs them all of, the recent attack, the attacks on villains, thugs, things like that of this new vigilante. I don't really know. I don't really know what name to get him. Hmm. Comment down below for a name of Deku Vigilante name. The one I think that's the best for it, I will actually pick. But if I butcher the name, I'll be sorry. So they're thinking about ways to capture him, what he's actually doing, if he's wrong or if he's right. You know what he could have accomplished if he went down the different pathway, like into the light instead of light being inside the gray area. Being inside the middle, being the vigilante, and also, what would happen if he was a villain. So they think about ways to actually basically see if they can capture Deku. Now Deku at this time is still basically fighting right now. At this point in time, he's fighting a bunch of villains that's all surrounding him. He has a lot of attacks that hurting him. He's bleeding. Got like one arm that's broken, a rib that's fractured. He's out of energy, but he's still fighting past his limits. And after a couple more minutes, he actually take them all down. He's breathing profusely, so he sees that he needs to escape here, or more villains might come, or more heroes. So he sees that there's propane tanks. So what he does is basically cuts one open, letting the gas fill the area. He hurry up and rushes out, still holding that side because he's holding his arm because it's broken. He rushes over to the exit, quickly grabbing something that can cause a spark and throws it inside the warehouse that he was fighting in. And the area blows up and goes up in the flames. This causes a huge explosion and a lot of noise, allowing Deku to escape the area quickly because everyone is focused on the fire. Now Deku will see that his arm is not completely broken, just dislocated. So he, reset it, put it in place. He hurts to move his arm, but he just hurries up and runs away. Once he gets back to a safe area inside the woods, he would bandage his arm up and lay off it for like a week. This amount of time, that's when Shigaraki and Kirigiri, they'll be getting villains for storming the USA after Shigaraki actually got the papers for the USJ event. So right now we go to class 1A after they just picked their representative, which will be Ida and Mama Yajirozu. I don't know why I had to say her last name, even though I said Leah's last name too. So after lunch, after a while they get lined up for the bus. Ida will try to put them in assigned seats like he did last time, but not that type of bus. Everyone sits down, they start talking and stuff like that. Eventually they get to the USJ. They go inside, they talking to 13. 13 tells them all the things they will be doing from the water area where they be saving civilians that are stuck on a boat that's probably gonna sink or something like that. The fire area where a place it's on fire, they have to rush in to save civilians and all things like that. While this is happening, that's when they notice a portal that's open. Kirishima says, "Are we supposed to be having fake villains?" And Aizawa looks down there and says, "There's some real villains. 13, protect the kids, get them out if you can." And he rushed down there. This when Kirigiri would quickly rush up, not rush, appear up there and separate everyone. After Bakugo and Kirishima try to attack him. Now, everyone split up into the same zones they did, except Kendo is on the zone with Mineta and Tsuyu. After they get to the zone, they try to get back to land, but they see that they're surrounded. They try to come up with a plan, and they have a really good one. So it's not like Deku playing in the cannon. So basically, what they do is they jump off the boat. Kendo enlarges her arm to the biggest she can, and she hits the water with her palm, causing a giant splash or a giant wave to push the villains back. And she keep doing that for a while until they get to land. They get there in time to see Aizawa getting his ass whooped by the what's it called, the Nomu. Now during this time, Deku had actually heard what's going on. He'd heard what's going on because he was on his patrol trying to find some villains or does to beat up, take down from his observations. The best group that he can take down, but he sees something going on or hears something going on in USA. So he rushes over closer, actually. He sees that's going on. He sees the Nomu beating up Aizawa, sees all the other villains that's trying to hurt the students. So he sneaks in through the back way, comes in like a storage closet, comes in, opens the doors. He sees that he's behind all the villains. He sneak over quickly. He take them all down one by one, silencing them with a chokehold, choking them out, snapping their necks, stabbing them, anything he can do to keep it quiet, but also take them away. After a while, some of the villains will start to notice that their numbers are getting cut down pretty easily. They don't know what's doing it. But they're too focused on basically attacking these students to basically do anything about it. So when Deku sees that it's enough for actually the students to take care of, he rushes over to Aizawa. And since Shigaraki and Kirigiri are focused on basically Aizawa getting beat up, they didn't notice Deku quickly rush over, one of his machetes in hand, and slices downward. It was too late for Shigaraki to notice, so unfortunately he does get one of his arms cut off. Not his whole arm, like up to his elbow, his right elbow. From his fingertip to his elbow, that's where it got cut off. And before Shigaraki can actually notice or actually respond to this, Deku would sling again, not going for arm, going right for the torso, and stab right above Shigaraki's heart, breaking a few ribs, leaving a huge cut. And then he rips it backwards, cutting his bone. And then Deku would lean to his right before going in for a spin with his right leg, back of his right leg, and kick Shigaraki so hard in the back, pushing him forwards onto the ground. Kirigiri would go to do something, but Deku would rush backwards, running away. So Kirigiri focused on Shigaraki, seeing that he's damaged. The Nomu would then notice too he was trying to do something, but that's when All Might showed up. All Might would then see all the villains that still left by the staircase, defeat them really quickly, and then rush towards Nomu, and they would start scrapping. Aizawa was still having enough energy to basically look at the the Nomu and cancel out shock absorption quirk, allows All Might to go in, do like a, one of his smashes. Let's say a Delaware smash. And send the Nomu packing, flying away deep into the space. Deku seeing this as it's time to leave would then go quickly turn away, get into the thing, but he would be stopped when something captures him. He looked back to see that it's when the heroes I'm gonna say it's on, what's his name? What's that dude's name? Cementos, yeah. Cementos actually captures Deku. He can't do anything. He can't break the cement. Cementos has her wrapped up. That's when what's her name? I can't remember. Midnight. This when Midnight walks over and knocks Deku out, and they take him away too. They go to take the mask off, but see that they can't. Every time they try, they get tased. Like all now, Batman do. Try to take his mask off, you gonna get tased or something like that. They try to take his mask off, they got tased. After a while, Deku regains his consciousness. He's in an interrogation room with his hands bound behind his back, sitting inside a chair. In front of him would be, what's that detective's name? Twitchy? I forgot his name. The detective with the lighter detective work. So the detective will be asking Deku a bunch of questions. The detective will be asking Deku a lot of questions. Who he is. And since Deku already knows his quirk because he's seen him on TV, he already knows that he cannot tell a lie. Deku says that he's a vigilante, which is technically a truth. What's his name? Basically, he's asking, I don't want to tell my name, which is the truth. He said, why was you in the USA? I was around the corner, which was the truth. No, he keep on trying to get information out of him. But Deku would not give him information. He keep on dodging the questions, telling other truths. At one point, the detective just gives up and just walks away. Now, as Deku just surveys the room, wondering what's going on. He's looking around, see what he can do, how he can get out of here. So he eventually makes an escape plan, and he puts it into motion. First, what he does, he breaks his thumbs, allowing him to slip out of the handcuffs, put his thumbs back in place, and just fakes like he's still in the handcuffs for like a couple of seconds. When another person enters the room, another officer enters the room, he's finna ask Midori, no, not finna ask, he finna transfer Midori to his cell. Midori's Midoriya springs up, tackles the hero to the ground, puts the handcuffs around his neck, and chokes him out without killing him because Deku knows he's not a bad guy. He didn't hide the cop under the table before taking his keys, cop car keys, and taking his baton and taser. He sees that he has none of his weapons, so he would quickly open the door, looks around, sees that only one cop is like around that corner. So he takes the handcuffs and throws them all the way down the hallway. It makes a little clink sound, alerting the cop to that direction. He wondered what that was, so he start walking over there. Deku will rush over, push his knee down, put his arm around his throat, choke him out really fast, then drag his unconscious body, back into the room and leave him against the wall. He would then turn the lights off so no one can see inside the room. He would then rush over to around. He's just walking around places. Did not notice that the security camera was on, but the person inside the security room was not paying attention. He's listening to music, blasting music, watching like say a football game. Not like American football, soccer. He's watching soccer. I'm American. I don't know why I say football for soccer. It just comes out sometimes. So he eventually finds where they're keeping his weapons and things like that. His equipment. He takes all of it. He rushes to a police car that he thinks that has the exact number that responds with the key. He put it into the ignition and he starts to drive off. The police officer noticed this and said, "Isn't that officer still inside?" So they rush in. They see that this officer, no, they rush in looking around for him. Ask the person at the security office to basically look on the camera and see what happens to the officer. They see Midori escape, or the vigilante escape. So they start looking, basically for that officer after they dispatch some cars out to find their police car. Deku at a couple of blocks away would ditch the police car because he knows he had a scanner in there. No, not a scanner, tracker in there. So he ditched it under a bridge or something like that with the keys still in it because he don't need the keys or anything else inside the police car. He would get out, he'd rush away, into some place that he can find that he could, basically hide away for a little bit while still regaining his composure. After a while, he would get away into basically his hideout in the woods. He replaced his gear back where he found it, where he took it from. And then he just sit and wait, and then the heat died down from him because that was one of the biggest things he did, getting involved into UA. They did not make him public to civilians, even though they do know that he is a vigilante. Not many people know what he actually looked like because he does wear a mask. He wears like a COVID mask, a black COVID mask, sunglasses. No, not sunglasses. He don't wear sunglasses. He just wears something that covers his mouth and nose and head, like a hood or something, hoodie. Yeah, something like in this picture right here. Just change the mask from the teeth and blood and stuff like that to a black COVID mask. And he has a black hoodie on with some boots, like I said before, with two straps on the side for that holds his machetes. How long this video is real quick? 23. Yeah, I'm finna go ahead and end this here. I'm tired. It's gonna be posted in 2 days anyway. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.